Good evening, folks. How you guys doing? This is good old Reverend Ordo, and this is the Anonymous Mando'Ade Network. And Portland will soon see the National Guard, and because what's happening is that an independent journalist got arrested for doing nothing. He was getting assaulted by a member of I would say more of a Nazi incarnate. I would say more of the version of the black shirt, the Italian black shirts, Nazi brown shirts. Talking about absolute um, questionable thing. Because you think, okay, why haven't, why hasn't Portland PD done anything, right? If Antifa sees a journalist, they either chase him off or attack him. Now, there's people that live in towns like Portland or Seattle, right? Or Berkeley. And these are mayors that don't give a shit about the people they're supposed to serve, right? As mayor or a member of the city council, all right? Now, Portland PD, like Phoenix PD in Arizona, are under investigation, under practice, right? So, thinking, okay, well, how come Portland PD didn't do shit? Well, basically, this question: how come most of law enforcement just stand there and not do a fucking thing, right? Because they're told to stand down. This is why nobody trusts law enforcement. Because they will not do a fucking thing. For example, in the UK, you got the Prime Minister, right? If anybody posts anything on social media in the UK, right? You go to jail. You go to jail. What? Sure. Right? UK? No. Why? As Juno. I hear you. So the thing is, it's getting really bad. Really, really bad. You got Chicago, right? you got these gangs who saying if ICE or National Guard comes in, we're going to do some business. Um, Dude, I hope you know that the National Guard are trained and you're not. You may shoot or do drive-bys and stuff, but these guys drive tanks, choppers, and shit. Something you couldn't even comprehend, man. You know, I hear you. Chill out. So you you look at Portland, right? Portland, Oregon. I haven't been there since I was 5. And that's about 45 years. No, 44 years. Oh, well, whatnot, you know. So I haven't been to Portland since my great grandmother died. My 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 mom's grandma. Oh no, my mom's grandma on her mom's side of the family. Um, so the question I have is, Antifa is not an ideology. It's a terrorist. It's a domestic terrorist organization. You know, and they've been running amok for a decade. Now, Portland PD won't do a fucking thing. Why? Because most of the people in charge are Democrats, liberal and or progressive, who will not do a fucking thing when asked about. Now you wonder, right? Portland PD arrested a couple of journalists for doing their job, man. Antifa, I'm calling you guys out. You dumb motherfuckers, all right? You dumb sons of bitches. When the National Guard arrives, the gloves are coming off. The gloves are coming off. And all you guys are doing, so your actions are proving what a domestic terrorist organization is and doing. See, you're showing the world what a domestic terrorist organization is. Yeah, exactly. Now, my question is to the mayor of Portland, Oregon. My question for the mayor of city of Portland, Oregon. Why are you just sitting there and let it happen? Huh? Why are you just sitting there letting it happen? Now, the thing is, you ask yourself, okay? You ask yourself this question. You got a group of idiots that look like ninja rejects, a group of ninja rejects from the Foot Clan that have no idea how to be a member of the Foot Clan. And I mean, they are. They look like a bunch of fucking rejects from the Foot Clan and shit. So you have no idea how to actually fight and shit because all you guys do. I mean, you think you guys can fight? Come on, dude. In a one-on-one fight, you get your ass kicked, man. You know. In a one-on-one fight, you get your ass kicked. You ain't scary. You're stupid. Portland PD is nothing more than like fucking LAPD and shit of the Northwest, man. Because most cities like LA, San Diego, Fullerton, Oakland, San Francisco, Portland, Seattle, the West Coast, they will not do a fucking thing. Why? Most of the heads of the cities are Democrats and fucking lazy. So the thing is, California is about to turn red. And when that happens, Karen Bass, mayor of Los Angeles, would have a lot of explaining to do. I'll tell you what. See, the reason why mostly Democrats run for governor, because if a candidate that's Republican will ruin it all for them, make it worse for them. See, that's why a lot of people are saying that Kamala Harris should run for governor. Oh God, fuck no. Because the thing is, she would make California 10 to 20 times worse. That's a fact. Now, the thing is, if we had a Republican governor, Karen Bass would have a lot of explaining to do. And the whole thing with that bullet train thing, that'd be gone. Not going to happen. Now, I think if I was governor of California, I'd be like, okay, well, let's look at first. Let's look at this here. Let's look at the fire aftermath. Right, we're going to give families free permits, free free permits, so they could build, and the mayor will not interfere. There'll be a statewide on-house permit. The mayor will be put on notice. You interfere, just just don't try it. They'll saying goes will be, you fuck around, Karen Bass, we'll find out. Yeah, because if I was governor, I would put every liberal or progressive Democrat mayor on notice. Definitely on notice. Oh yeah, definitely on notice because then I'm gonna look at the laws that Newsom signed, where anyone whose house was destroyed by a disaster, like a fire or whatnot, the state would automatically take control of those properties. Bullshit. That would be repealed automatically. Automatically. Then I would completely dismantle CARB. Yeah, CARB would be dismantled. CARB would be dismantled because CARB is nothing more than a Democrat piggy bank. And because we already have the Clean Air Act. See, we already have the EPA. We don't need CARB, and then I would have a project where there's parts of California that I would have liked to restore, rebuild, because not a lot of people want to live in a big city. I'm gonna bring jobs to certain areas where if you want to get away, plus I would reinstate Route 66 if I was governor, because I would bring jobs back in those areas, man. I would restore parts of Route 66. And I would sell both sides. Look, this isn't about you. This isn't about me. This is about the state itself. There ain't gonna be no get rich schemes anymore. That day, those days are over. Then I would investigate Maxine Waters. Completely investigate Maxine Waters because I mean, if you're supposed to represent Los Angeles, why are you living in Beverly Hills? It's two complete different cities, right? Now the thing is, New York AG works in New York as a attorney general, but has a mainstay in Virginia. Adam Schiff, California congressman or a senator, has his home in what, Maine? His personal private home, Maine, right? You ask yourself this: why represent one city when you're living in another? Again, why hasn't Portland PD arrest Antifa? Right now, if I was the governor of Oregon, I was seriously, and I mean seriously, you know, look into the mayor of Portland because, and also Portland PD, because if you're just going to arrest somebody that, I mean, if you think for a moment here, if you're just going to arrest somebody who's done nothing wrong, but is getting assaulted and shit, and coming to you to tell you about it, why are you arresting them? Instead of the person that did insulting, Think, right? Think. Now, Portland is in some deep shit right now, right? So, here's a question. Let's go back to, say, 2017. Okay. Milo Yiannopoulos is having an event on the campus of UC Berkeley. And on the outside is just very few people, just very few people protesting. That's a right. And while they're protesting, all of a sudden you see a bunch of people wearing black that look like rejects from the Foot Clan, right? Now, the thing is, these people are getting attacked. They're outside protesting Milo Yiannopoulos, the uh, British gay Jew, controversial British gay Jew. Okay, now, now, people who are protesting are getting assaulted, and you see these idiots, the Foot Clan rejects, costing $100,000 worth of damage. Okay, now it's getting insane, right? So you look at Antifa, right? In Portland, you have these idiots who are out in public, running in chaos, no job for one thing. This is the reason why the people of Portland rarely go outside, because the mayor ain't doing shit. Portland PD ain't doing shit. They arrested two independent journalists for doing nothing. That's like in Ferguson, Missouri, years ago, when there was what was it, four journalists at McDonald's having a bite to eat, and several Ferguson PD officers went in there and arrested them for nothing. This is why the mainstream media won't do the job, because they are completely sensationalized and also propagandize stories. 50 years ago, look up her name, Christine Chubbuck. Christine Chubbuck saw this 50 years ago. All right. Christine Chubbuck wanted to be the next Dorothy Kogelling. Now, one of the guys that run one of the guys who is the head guy running the affiliate, okay? He wanted to go from some serious shit to sensationalism. Make the news, make the news entertaining. Now, that's when true reporting dies. True, it did. It did. True news reporting died that day when she died. When she died, the true, the true news gathering. The reason why they the job died. See, most of the news, okay, most of the news, the reason they choose to propagandize stories and shit and do propaganda because if they continue with the real news gathering, okay, if they, whether it's the papers or the networks, if they do straight up true reporting, like really doing their job, then reporters, journalists, their lives will be threatened. Lives will be threatened. That's why most of them choose to sensationalize than do real news work because of Operation Monarch. They don't want any news outlets to tell the true story because the thing is, if they tell the true story, they will get hit with the Espionage Act as a threat to, if you tell the truth, we're going to get you. Gary Webb, man, Gary Webb. He uh, he exposed the connection between Iran Contra with what was his name? Barry. Um, what was his name? Barry something. Or other. He flew and had his planes in Mena, Arkansas. Yeah. So Gary Webb, he uh, he straight up connected the dots, and he got fired from the San Jose Mercury News, one of the prominent, one of the prominent outlets where he worked. He worked for other papers and shit like that, and he even went freelance, and he was found dead, and he was found dead. They said they said he shot himself twice in the head. Like how can you shoot yourself twice in the head? Freeway Ricky Ross, the true real deal Freeway Ricky Ross, not the poser rapper, the guy that made billions selling cocaine, making billions of dollars, man, making billions, and he corroborated of what Gary Webb did, and he backed it up. He backed it up, He backed it up. See, now the thing is, Christine Chubbuck, she gave them a reason, because if you hear her story, right, and why she did what she did, that should tell a lot of people in the media, hey, you guys lost your fucking way, man. You guys lost your way. She wrote her own script, right? She wrote her own script, and after reading that one script on live TV, she took her own life to prove a point that the news has changed. The real news, hardworking news gathering has died when she did. And these news outlets, they don't give a fuck about you, man. They do not give a fuck about you as long as you go along with the script. If you don't, they will blacklist your ass, and they'll make sure that you'll never work in this job profession again. They will make sure that you're a liability to every network or any paper. That's why you have independent journalists that work on their own, because you know. But here you got in Portland, you got Portland PD needs to be investigated, right? They need to be investigated. Why? Because it seems they rather arrest people who done nothing wrong than arrest somebody who's done something wrong. I think I think parts of Portland needs to turn red. Time to turn Portland red. Time to turn Portland red. The local government in Portland needs a straight up refresh. Clean up. Put the people of Portland first over your goddamn greed, man. You know, because the former mayor, he was mayor and police chief at the same fucking time. He was double dipping. He was a police chief and mayor. That means whatever he said went. That means Portland PD were told to stand down every time. Now, most of them walked away because of this shit. Most of the officers in Portland PD, they walked away, man. Because the mayor, who's at the time also a police chief, he was making their job harder and more difficult because the mayor at the time, even the new mayor, sitting there protecting Antifa, holding the entire town hostage just to protect a bunch of fucking dumbass white kids. Dressed in all black, looking like Foot Clan rejects. If Antifa wants a real fight, go to Afghanistan, go to Iraq, okay? Go to Vietnam during the 60s, man. Go fight in World War. Go fight wars in Germany, Japan, right? In Germany, France, Africa, where people really fucking died. Antifa would not survive a war. Antifa would be wiped out within a week. If Antifa wasn't an actual war and a battle, they would be cut down in a week. Within a week, Antifa would be gone within a week. You got one fat bastard in jail. He's fucking scared shitless now. I say, to that footage of that fat bastard just squirming in fear, send it to every member of Antifa across the country. So what happens if you fuck around and find out? This is you. Antifa, you dumbass motherfuckers. If you want a real war and real battle, here's a hint of reality here. Here's a taste of a reality check here. If you fight in a real war, in a real battle, you will not even last not even one fucking week. Be all cut down within a week. You ain't tough. You ain't tough. You're a bunch of weak ass motherfuckers, man. Weak ass, dumbass white kids with pink hair, green hair, blue hair, faces that look like you got face fucked by a cyborg porcupine. You ain't tough. Most of you are weak ass motherfuckers, man. Most of Antifa are a bunch of weak ass motherfuckers, man. Fucking pansy ass pussies, dude. You ain't tough. You ain't tough. You ain't scary. You want to see scary? Sign up for the military. Go to Iraq. Go to Kosovo. All right? Go to Iraq. Go to Kuwait. Back in that time. You wouldn't even last one fucking day. You think you're tough now? I don't think you're tough. I think you're a weak ass pussy mouth. Look, I think a bunch of you guys out there in Portland are a bunch of weak ass pussy motherfuckers, man. Yeah. Antifa ain't tough. They're a bunch of weak ass, pansy ass, pussy motherfuckers who think we're ready for battle, we're ready for war. Yeah, for who though? For who? The Foot Clan? You dumbass bitches couldn't. I mean, do you ain't got the balls to sign up for the military and actually go fight? Here's one. How about sign up and go fight along the Gaza Strip, dude? Go fight along there. See if you can survive that shit. Again, Antifa, you will not even last 1 week, dude. You either be dead or a prisoner. And trust me, that right there will be a reality check for you, man. Either you be captured by Hamas or Israel IDF. Either be dead or captured. Okay? You guys sit there thinking you're all tough because you're wearing a fucking hoodie and shit. You ain't scary. You're a weak ass pussy motherfucker, dude. I tell you what, if you're bringing in some hardcore, hard knocks, National Guard, I tell you what, you want to fuck around there too, man. Look, we all seen your fake ass training videos. You're a pussy. And Tifa's a pussy. Bunch of pussy ass motherfuckers that are domestic terrorist organization. That should tell you guys something. You ain't shit. And Tifa's a bunch of weak ass pussy motherfuckers. Can't fight unless you're in a little get along gang and shit. You're a joke. You're a joke. Portland PD. Yeah, talking to you, you goofy pansy motherfuckers. You arrested 2 journalists for doing nothing. You're there only to protect Antifa, man. If I was a governor of Oregon, I would dissolve Portland PD. I would dissolve them and bring in the Oregon State Police. And under my orders, I will tell them gloves are off. Gloves are off. I will bring in the National Guard. Gloves are off. That's what I would do. Dissolve Portland PD, bring in Oregon State Police. The mayor, I would remove her fat ass. That's what I would do. because people are tired of this shit, man. In Portland, oh, dude, I'm wondering how many people want to take a bunch of walk up with a baseball bat, starting some bats to fucking kneecaps, dude. Because you know damn well, we all know damn well that people in Portland are tired of this shit. They're tired of all this Democratic bullshit. They want a strip mayor who has the balls and common sense and a zero fucks given attitude and actually do a fucking job. And a department, you know what? I want to dissolve Portland PD and make that off the Department of State Oregon State Police Department right there. If Mayor has a problem with it, she could go fuck herself. All right, guys. My name is Reverend Ordo, spelled RevanOrdo, and this has been the Anonymous Mando'Ade Network. If you're new to this channel, please like, subscribe, comment below, hit the bell for notification. Always live healthy, happy, and wise. I love you guys. Peace out. Godspeed. Buddha bless.